We have to obey the laws of men instead, and we atheists do a much better job of that than believers do. Statistically, there is a negative correlation between religiosity and moral behavior.
He referenced a paper authored by Gregory Paul, a paleontologist, on the cross-national quantifiable effects of religion. First of all, the results of a single study is not enough to overturn the findings from dozens of other studies. The most we could do is extract the findings from Paul's study and combine it into a pool with other studies and see how it affects the results. And that would probably not affect the results, because one study is very unlikely to buckle a trend found in a meta-analysis, like this one, which was based on 62 other studies. Second, Paul's paper is not actually a scientific study. In Figure 2, we can see his main results. We can see that his findings are based on a scatter plot with no statistical analysis at all. He tries to identify a correlation between crime and religion through a visual inspection of the scattered plots alone. Any serious social scientist would not try to do this, and instead they would analyze the data mathematically to derive statistical measures of the correlations between the two variables. And this is because visual inspections are prone to errors. Since Paul's paper has no statistical analysis, we don't even know if his results are statistically significant. Second, the paper is a univariate analysis of the trends. A univariate analysis tries to correlate one variable to another without taking into account other variables, which could affect the results. No serious social scientist does a univariate analysis of the data and expects meaningful results. For instance, while crime does appear to be higher in the US when compared to a country like Germany, the US has a higher birth rate, and so there is a higher percentage of young adults who are more likely to commit a crime in the first place, irrespective of religion. Univariate analyses are prone to fallacious conclusions, and so social scientists invariably prefer multivariate analyses, taking into account variables which differ between two countries that could independently affect crime rates, such as age, economic disparity, availability of guns, etc. Third, there's evidence that when one looks at people living in these countries, at an individual level as opposed to a national level, religion is still tied to lower criminality. Fourth, as many people have pointed out, this could be a reverse causation. For example, people who are extrinsically religious, whose primary motivation for religion is some health or economic benefits, are less likely to be religious in prosperous countries because they have less economic benefit to derive from religion. And so, because of that fact, there are zero reasons to take Paul's paper seriously.